Hello. Hello. Oy vey. Wait. There we go. I am here. How is everybody? Sleepy Chill is sleepy. Waiting for caffeine to kick in. Hope everyone is doing okay today. I see Ratter.
Oh, shit! Alright!
I see Drea.
Hello there.
And I see Space.
Hello, Thor.
What's good, Chip It? Phoenix, right? That's what's good. Doing things, scratching faces. Man, my skin has been so itchy lately. Like, I've never had like fantastic skin my entire life. Like I've always had dry, itchy, flaky skin. It's not super bad, but whenever I have allergy kick-ups, I have issues with asthma and skin now. Used to just be couldn't breathe good. Now it's can't breathe good and my skin get itchy. I think caffeine has just stopped having any effect on me other than feeding my addiction. Well, that just means you gotta up the dose. Nah, maybe you just need a washout. Okay. Yeah. I try to hold myself to under 1,000 milligrams a day. That's a good goal. That's a good goal. Good luck with that. It's supposed to be 400 milligrams, but that's just not reasonable. It isn't. It's not. What are they talking about? Let's start the turnabout. Samurai. Uh-oh. Things are happening. I have no idea what these characters are supposed to be. Is this a TV show? Okay, it is. Yeah, this is a TV show. Alright. October 14th, 5:31 p.m. Wright and Company Law Offices.
That rocked! See you in hell, evil magistrate!
Whoa! Stop waving that broom around!
Oh, Nick! I didn't know you were here.
Of course I'm here! What was that surreal show you were watching?
What? Nick, you mean you don't know the Steel Samurai?
Here it is.
He's only the most popular TV hero for young people.
Young? Like, how young?
10 years old?
Then what the heck are you doing getting all excited?
Hey, I'm only 17. That's 17? See, I'm a teen, not like you, Nick.
Hey, don't talk to me like I'm your grandpa or something. I'm only 24. Oh, man. He's 10 years younger.
Then watch it with me. He's really cool, and it's really popular. When they asked grade school kids what they wanted to be, Steel Samurai was number one.
I really worry about kids these days.
Gramps. Well, the Steel Samurai's over.
Geezer gang for life.
Steel Samurai's over. I guess it's time to close up the office.
I guess. Wish we had some clients. A month's passed since my trial. Mia's murder was the talk of the town for some time. But no one paid any attention to the Wright and Company law offices. How am I going to pay rent this month?
It'll be okay. I'm sure some big client is just around the corner.
October 16th, 8:14 a.m. Phoenix Wright's bedroom. Uh-oh. Ring, ring. Boop. Hello? This is Phoenix.
Nick!
Maya? What? It's still early.
It's the Steel Samurai! The Steel Samurai got arrested!
Huh? You mean the guy on that show?
Yes! They're saying that the Steel Samurai killed a villain!
Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Yeah, on TV!
Yeah, on TV.
No! I mean, he actually did it in real life! He skewered a villain with a samurai spear!
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
Just come to the office quick, please! Nick! Boop.
October 16th, 9:22 a.m. Wright and Company law offices. Maya's here, watching television. Give the man a break. He's method actor. Completely method. Now for the morning news. The actor Will Powers was arrested yesterday. Powers played the lead role in the popular kids show The Steel Samurai, Warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. He was arrested on suspicion of murder. The victim was Jack Hammer, who played the villain known as the Evil Magistrate. His body was found still inside the Evil Magistrate costume. The samurai spear was also found stuck through the body. Police believe this was a murder weapon. This was the murder weapon and are investigating further. This has to be a joke.
No! It's a nightmare! The Steel Samurai's over! The world is over!
Bring.
Yes? Wright and Company law offices? What? Nick! It's the Steel Samurai!
What?
Yes, of course. We'll be right there. Let's go, Nick!
Go? Go where?
They have the Steel Samurai down in detention!
So what?
So, I've decided this will be our first case!
Well, what should we do?
What should we do? How can you just sit there like that? We have to get down to the detention center. We have to get down to the detention center and meet the Steel Samurai.
Mike is peeking a bit. Alright, there. There we go. Does she want to investigate the case or just do some sightseeing? I wonder. My money's on sightseeing.
We don't have enough information to make a case yet.
Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened.
No, we just don't have enough information.
Let's see. Mia's favorite potted plant. Maya's been watering it so much lately, it looks a little swollen. She's either trying to make it grow, or she's perfecting her water torture technique. It's a nice day outside. Hotel across the way is always full these days. There's the bellboy, happily cleaning the room. I remember the bellboy. A poster of an old movie that Mia liked. I was thinking I could go see it myself. Then I realized that the poster doesn't actually say the title of the movie. No clues here. Mia's desk. Actually, it's my desk now. Sitting here always makes me feel like a professional. There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scarier still is the thought that I have to read all these now. That's strange. Oh, whenever it comes into contact with the white bar, it stops. Okay. Alright, let's move to the detention center. October 16th, detention center, visitors room. What's wrong, Maya? It's him, in the flesh.
Is that guy really him?
What do you mean, that guy? Of course it's him. Will Powers, our client. That's him.
Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but he definitely did it. Murder, at least once, maybe twice.
Whoa, 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 what are you saying?
Yes?
Something wrong?
No.
This is getting off to a great start. I know. You're disappointed, aren't you?
Disappointed? No. Oh, no.
No, it's okay. This is the real me. Not Hugh Jackman. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai with that mask... I don't understand the stigma against this guy. Everyone acts like he looks like a shady character. It's because of the chest hair. Yeah. I decided I would never show my face in public until the job was over. It's the kids, you know. I didn't want to wreck their dreams.
Oh.
I guess it didn't matter. So much for dreams. I wonder what they think of the Steel Samurai now.
Nick.
What?
He's a good guy. I mean, he's good.
Yeah?
He didn't do it.
Well, electric. Maybe you could start by telling us what happened. Yes, of course. It seems like it was only yesterday. Actually, it was only yesterday. The cast had come down to the Global Studios for our run-through. We went through a few action sequences at 10 a.m. that morning. There was a rehearsal scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. But when 5 came around and the staff gathered at the studio, the evil magistrate was found lying in a crumpled heap near the set. Oh, Lord. Got a hole in his chest. And discovered that it was Jack Hammer, dead. He had been expertly skewered with the samurai spear. The samurai spear? Yes, it's a long spear that the Steel Samurai, uses as a weapon. Maybe you could explain to me just what the Steel Samurai is.
Nick, how could you say such a thing? I'm sorry, sir. I apologize for my partner. He's new to this and a bit out of touch with the world.
Hey, who's new to this? What's been going on, y'all? Lot of work. I finished platinuming, what's it called? Resident Evil 4 yesterday. I finished up Advanced Wars 2, Advanced Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp. And now I've started up Tears of the Kingdom myself. Got Memorial Day weekend coming up. Lots of fun little thingies. What's going on with you, Drea? No, it's alright. Really. The Steel Samurai is the lead character in a popular kids show. He walks the streets of Neo-Old Tokyo, fighting battle after battle against the evil magistrate and his minions. Of course, he never really defeats the evil magistrate. Although, I guess he did defeat him this time. I see. Neo-Old Tokyo? Who comes up with these names? Now, where were you on the day of the murder? Well, that morning I came to the studios at 9. We worked through some action scenes until noon. Rehearsal was... Is that a real fucking sword? Oh my god. Rehearsal was gonna begin at 5, but I was a little tired. So after lunch, I took a nap in my dressing room. When I woke up, it was after 5. I was late for the rehearsal. I hurried to the studio and found everyone looking shocked. They arrested me on the spot and brought me here. So he was sleeping the entire afternoon of the murder? Some action hero. What will the kids think? I think I should probably check out the scene of the murder. Right, Global Studios. Yeah, I'll draw you a map.
Wow, Nick, let's go!
I'm willing to bet $10 she asked for autographs. Let's see. Say something about the guard. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He seems frozen in awe of Will Powers. Nothing much. Just chillin'. You playing some Breath of the Kingdom, Tears of the Wild? Smile for the camera. Smile for the camera. It's a little song I wrote. It's called Smile for the Camera. Alright, to the studio. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate.
Wow! So this is where they make the Steel Samurai show! Awesome! Aren't you excited?
Hey, you there! Well, let's see. Old lady. No. Old lady. I suppose so. Hey, you there? No. Old lady. Trying to think of an old lady voice to emulate. I suppose so. Yeah. Hey, you there. Oh. Hey, you there. You there. You want in, you gotta go through me. You gotta go through me.
Oh, sorry. We're lawyers.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's great. I'm security. And it's my job to make sure the gawkers like you stay out.
Gawkers?
Gawkers, sightseers, tourists. I know the type. Her name is Old Bag. You heard about the incident and came to snoop around. Youth today, something horrible happened. Wasting your time. Don't you have jobs? Or do lawyers not like the rest of us? Maybe I should like a life of... I was young things, what are my different hippie clothes? What are the use coming to...
Nick? Will I grow up to be like her? Please say no.
I don't know. It's possible. Hey! Listen when you're being spoken to. Youth today. So, what do you do here at the studios? At Global Studios, we make children's dreams come true. In fact, in my younger days...
No, you were a star?
Only a little twinkle between the stars here, I'm afraid, dearie.
Wow!
This place has really gone downhill, you know. But 10 years ago, now that was a studio of dreams. How Hammer was a big star back then, too. He was... Hammer? The victim, dummy! The evil magistrate! He's been reduced to playing villains now. Not exactly the best material to work with. Can you tell me about Mr. Will Powers? He's not a bad kid, but don't be fooled by his mask. You wouldn't want him on the silver screen without it, believe me. Little old ladies watching would lose their lunch. That's probably why he thought that the Steel Samurai was his big chance. No one thought he was capable of doing what he did to poor Jack Hammer.
We don't know for certain that Will Powers is guilty.
Powers? Of course he's guilty. How do I know? I know everything. That's my job. Okay. What kind of person was Jack Hammer? What kind of person? Oh, if you only knew! Jack Hammer will live on in many hearts as the ultimate action hero. He was simply dashing in the Dynamite Samurai series. Should I have heard of that? But there was an accident during filming 5 years ago. He got an unlucky break after that. Reduced to playing the villain on a children's program. What's more, I heard they were paying him peanuts. It's enough to make you cry. Why are you so certain Mr. Powers is the killer? I was standing right here yesterday, I was here from 1 in the afternoon to 5 when they found the body. Now the studio where the murder took place is to the left of here. So if you want to go to the studio, you have to pass by me. Only one person went by here between 1 and 2:30 when the murder took place. And that person was Mr. Powers. Yes, I saw him! But Mr. Powers says he was sleeping in his dressing room. Oh, I'm sure he would say that. He's no fool. But he was the only one that walked by. He was the killer. You can bet your biscuits on it. Isn't it about time for you to be heading home? There's nothing to see here. Move along. Actually, we're here at Mr. Powers' request. I thought you were suspicious looking. Show me a letter of request, and maybe I'll just let you in.
This lady here thinks she owns this place, obviously.
Let's look around. The main entrance to the studio. There was a big scene here yesterday with onlookers pressing up against the gate. An overhead map of the studios. Right from here is the employee area. To the left are the actual film studios. The computer that runs the studio security cameras. Hey, no touching! Oh, alright. I know everything. That's my job. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Anything about this tree, Phoenix? Treenix, right? Alright. Back to the detention center. Hello, how is the studio? They all think I did it, don't they?
No, not at all. Isn't that right, Nick?
Right, not at all. At worst, you're a suspect. Mr. Powers, you aren't hiding anything from me, are you? What? No, I'd never do that. Earlier, you said you were sleeping in your dressing room after lunch. Yes, like a baby. But the security lady says she saw you that day. She says she saw you heading toward the scene of the crime. What? No, that's not possible. I really don't know what to say. I was sleeping, I promise. Mr. Powers, if you want me to help you, you have to tell me the truth. I'm new to this lawyer business, and I need every advantage I can get. I know. I'm sorry. But I swear to you on my mama's grave I was sleeping. Maybe the security lady only thought she saw me. What did she see? He doesn't seem to be lying. About the security guard at the main gate to the studio. Oh, the security lady.
She's terrible. She called me suspicious looking.
Yes, actually, she said the same thing to me before. Take off that mask, were her words, I believe. She sucks up to all the bigwigs at the studio, but let her see you stumble once and she'll never let you up on it. Let up on you.
She's got some nerve.
Do you think he could write up a letter formally requesting my representation? Of course!
Yay.
I just hope this will get me past that security lady. To the studio! Here you go. Ma'am, have a look at this. It's a letter of request from Mr. Powers. Eh? Yes, I recognize the bold, childish scrawl. Given the security lady. To think he would entrust his fate to use of such unreliable appearance. Really? Really? Anyway, you may pass. But only left from here, towards the studios. No going to the right. That's the employee area. No one allowed inside, pal, were my instructions. The good detective told me himself.
Hey, Nick!
Huh?
There were maps in the security guard station.
Hey, not bad. Gate, dressing room, main gate. So, okay. Those are 50 cents apiece, thank you.
Well, time to go, Nick.
50 cents! Oh no, 50 cents. It's so expensive. Outside Studio 1. Oh my god, what is that thing? October 16th, Studio 1 entrance. Hey! Aren't you that murderer from the other day?
Ah! It's a confused detective.
Hey, pal. You know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's your fault. Wait, hold on. What was his voice? Think back. Hey. Supposing I don't do it. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Hey, pal. You know Prosecutor Edgeworth is all upset and it's your fault. I saw him sipping tea and staring gloomily out the window. So?
Hey, if he's depressed, it's all your fault for doing sloppy detective work. Detective? I think you hurt his feelings. Oh no, I'm sorry.
Well, I think his feelings are easily hurt. You're right, pal. It's all my fault. I can blame other people all... come on. Do a New Yorker. I can blame other people all I want, but the truth in my heart. But I know the truth in my heart. Fuck. Why is this so hard? Slingshotting between voices. Hold on. Hey, yo. You gotta talk here. You gotta do things. Hey, detective. I'm Detective Gumshoe. They can blame other people all they want. But I know the truth in my heart.
Hey, don't take it so hard. There's always the next case.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Hey, what exactly are you two doing here?
Well, we're on this case too, pal.
Huh? Hey, you can't just go around saying pal like that. That's my endearing character trait.
I'd say he's a character, all right.
So, how's your investigation going, detective? Well, it's... Hey, I can't tell you that, pal.
Nick, maybe you need to be a little more indirect with your questions.
Right, so, Detective, mind if I take a look at what you got? What I got? The autopsy report. The latest version, if you please. Huh. Right. Sorry about what happened last time, pal. Let's see. Time of death, 10:15 at 2:30 p.m. Cause, pierced through the chest by a spear. Why was Mr. Powers arrested? Simple, pal. The murder took place right over there in Studio 1. Now, the victim entered the Studio 1 at approximately 1 p.m. At that time, there was no one other than the victim in the studio. According to the autopsy report, the time of death was 2:30 p.m. Only one person went to the studio between 1 and 2:30. And that person was none other than Will Powers. No one else, pal! If you think I'm lying, ask the security lady at the main gate.
Nick, if that's true, anyone would think Powers did it with that kind of evidence.
Thanks for cheering me up. Pierce through the chest.
Pierce through the chest, and you're to blame. You give Spears a bad name.
About the security lady. Oh, that sweet old lady? What a charmer. Huh? Are we talking about the same person? When I showed her my badge, she gave me a donut and some coffee.
Remember what Powers said? She's a sucker for authority.
She even gave me a piece of valuable evidence.
What?
What kind of evidence? Well, that, photo. The photo of the Steel Samurai heading towards the scene of the crime.
What? Who took that?
See the camera up there on the gate, pal?
Gate? You mean the one with the welcome sign?
Yeah. Whenever someone walks by, that camera automatically snaps a photo of them.
Oh no! Nick, he has evidence! We're finished!
Funny, for someone with hard proof, he doesn't look too happy. What's wrong, pal? You seem down. Don't look so happy when you say that. Oh!
We'd like to ask the employees here some questions.
Sure thing, pal. Go wherever you'd like. Of course, you're not going to find any clues I haven't already found. I'm glad someone around here seems to be enjoying themselves.
Nick, let's go! We've got a free pass to the place. Now's our chance to check things out.
Alright. Hey, there's a camera here. That's the security camera. It takes photos of people going to the studio. All you have to do is look at the date and you can see who went where. There's a number plate on the camera, ST1307. That must be the camera ID number.
There's a big welcome sign above the path.
Yeah, apparently the studio's fallen on tough times. They started letting people in on days they aren't filming, and making a bit of extra money by charging for admission.
Huh. You sure know a lot about this place, Detective. You know, you could always quit being a detective and work here.
Yeah, and what perfect timing with the studio mascot down for the count. Huh? Just what's that supposed to mean, pal? The studio mascot. Guess it's a monkey of some kind? But what kind of monkey has a nose like that? He's holding a sign in his hand. Right, Studio 1, left, Studio 2.
What's up with that thing? It looks kind of busted.
Oh, the wind was pretty strong yesterday and the head broke off. It took down the tree with it too. Alright, that's gonna be useful. Detective Gumshoe, what's down the path to the left? Looks like a tree fell down over the path. Oh, yeah. That way's kinda dangerous. You should stay out, pal. There's nothing down there anyway. That's where Studio 2 used to be, tell me. They don't use it now, though. Why even have it?
Yes, sir.
The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick. Hey, it's locked.
Looks like you need to get a car key to get in. It makes sense when they would want to... It makes sense that they would want to keep the non-employees out. Let's see, anything else? Bench. I'm a little bushed. Maybe I'll take a short rest here. Hey, good idea, pal.
Detective, aren't you on the case?
Well, yeah, but... Hey, us detectives get tired of standing around too, pal. Alright.
Nick, look! That security lady's in the guard station stuffing her face with donuts. I guess all cops like their donuts.
Yeah, and they're soft enough she doesn't need teeth to chew them. Hey, you! Well, are you satisfied Powers is guilty yet? Ah. She had to make my life harder by giving that photo to Detective Gumshoe. I'd take a donut. Why didn't you tell us about the security photo, ma'am? Oh, that! I just thought it would be more thrilling to talk with a detective myself. These things are important, you know. Oh, just to the left from here is the gate with the camera that took the photo. It's my job to check the photos every day, you see. This guard station is in a central position. No matter where you go from here, you pass by my station first. Now, poor Hammer, he went to the studio just before 1 p.m. Yep, 1 p.m. The murder happened right around 2:30, see? The only one I see go through here between 1 and 2:30 was Powers himself. The security camera got a good look at him, too. If he's not the one that did it, I don't know who is. Maybe... That scared me. Maybe it was you? Good one, Sonny! She thinks I was joking. Was the victim, Mr. Hammer, a popular character? Or actor? Oh, he was the biggest star in the studio. Was? Past tense?
Oh, yes. He was great as the bearded samurai.
That too, yes. He's shown the brightest back in the day. Making a star like him play the evil magistrate, it's a disgrace, I tell you. Hammer took it pretty hard, and who could blame him? About the security camera. Oh yes, the camera. It's automatic. It can tell when someone walks through that gate, see? Then it snaps a photo. Apparently it records the time when it takes a picture too. But I don't bother myself with those details. I just view all the photos on the computer over there in the security station. I check them every day before going home, I do. Can I look at it? Can I look at it? Wait, I was told we couldn't go to the employee area.
Nick! This is where they do all the behind-the-scenes stuff. Hey, look! There's Power's dressing room. No one's here this soon. No one's here this soon after the murder, I guess. Let's take a look around.
Okay. You rebel. A window into the dressing room. The glass is frosted, so I can't see inside. Frosted glass. There's a sign by the dressing room door. Will Powers. It must be neat to be a star and have your own room like this. The door to the dressing room. It's not locked.
Hey, Nick, let's take a look inside. Maybe we can find something as a souvenir?
What do you mean, find?
You never know. There might be something like the samurai spear.
We don't need a spear. And that's the murder weapon, for crying out loud. God damn it, Maya. Let's see. Cola, candy, chips, gum. Huh, it's so normal. I was expecting some cool theme snacks or something. Popcorn at least.
Wait, look! Samurai soda! Nick, try this.
Ladies first. The remains of yesterday's lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. A T-bone? Looks like ribs to me.
T-bone steak. That would hit the spot.
You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a second stomach for steaks.
What? That must be the storage room. That's where they keep all the film equipment.
Wow, Nick! You know a lot about the industry.
What else would they keep in a film studio? Good question. Good question. Let's move into the dressing room. October 16th, Global Studios, dressing room. Powers' dressing room. So this is where he was sleeping. Or at least this is where he claims he was sleeping.
No one actually saw him taking a nap here, did they?
Right. And there's a picture of him near this near the crime scene. I hope he's telling the truth for his sake. I am thinking that whoever killed the guy was in his costume, and if the cover art is anything to go off of, your face is covered up in the costume. So, yeah. Gotta see that picture. There's some regular suits in among the costumes here. Those must have been his own clothes.
It'd be fun to wear one of the costumes.
I'd say you were already wearing one yourself. Or myself. Nope. There's a bunch of snacks on the table. But chill, old lady is never wrong. She knows everything! They must give these to employees. Some tea and cookies.
Nick, I'm hungry.
You just had a burger.
Yeah, but I have a separate stomach for sweets.
How many stomachs does this girl have? It's locked. Looks like he doesn't open his window much. I guess it's kind of dusty outside. They always have mirrors like this in dressing rooms. I see my hair is still nice and spiky. Just how I like it. There's a vast array of cosmetics here.
Oh! This is the wig he uses in Samurai Boogie Woogie! Nick, try this on!
No. And how can you tell the name of a show just by looking at a wig?
I, kinda like samurai movies.
Kinda? Ooh, a bag.
This must be Power's bag.
Hey, don't open that.
Look! An employee card key! That must be Power's. Zzz.
It says Studio One.
Let's take it, Nick!
Borrow it. You mean borrow. God. This is all so illegal.
I wonder what else is inside Power's bag.
Stop that. My partner, the thief in training. My partner, the thief in training. Powers is. Nuh-uh, it's totally legit. dear Lord. The entrance to Studio 1. This is the studio where they found Jack Hammer's body.
Let's go in and check it out, Nick.
I wonder if this card key we borrowed from the dressing room will work.
Beep.
It opened!
Oh, right! We're in!
She's way too happy for someone visiting a crime scene. Inside Studio 1. Oh my lord. Look at that chalk outline. Oh my god. What is it? You're real quiet all of a sudden.
Doesn't it give you shivers, Nick? That white tape, it's so real.
Well, the evil magistrate did die here, and the steel samurai killed him. The murder weapon was a samurai spear. Sounds pretty real to me. Time to examine. Looks like a backdrop for the stage. This must be used in the Steel Samurai show.
Of course! That's the mountain!
Look at the ladder.
Doesn't
the Steel Samurai take place in Old Tokyo? Can you even see Mount Fuji from there?
Not Old Tokyo, Nick! Neo Old Tokyo!
Oh, right.
Look! A ladder!
That's a step ladder.
So, what's the difference? You need to stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick!
Right, sorry. This girl is out there. What? What?
Wow! Look at the camera! That must cost a ton!
Yeah, so don't touch it.
Whoa! It's heavier than I thought!
Hey you, no touching that. Oh. Sorry, my partner is kind of, you know.
You know? No, I don't know!
Who are you?
Who, me? Who, me? I'm an assistant here. I help with props and stuff. Moving them around, ordering new ones, etc.
We're the lawyers representing Mr. Will Powers.
The latter thing gets brought up in several future trials throughout the series. Oh my god. Why is it always a ladder?
Oh, you're WP's people.
WP? Oh, Will Powers. WP. I get it.
I don't envy you guys one bit. But do what you can for WP, okay? He'd never hurt a fly. He has to be innocent.
Don't worry. Leave it to us.
Could you tell me anything about the day of the murder?
Yes. I was in the studio the whole day. I was the only assistant on staff that day, you see.
Only one assistant?
Yes, well, the studio isn't doing so well right now. And yesterday was only rehearsal for our action sequences.
Oh, I see.
In the morning, we went through the action sequences in the employee area. WP and Hammer were there, along with everyone else.
The employee area. That's where Power's dressing room is, right?
Yes, that's the place. After eating lunch there, Mr. Hammer went to the Studio 1. Then I saw WP go into his dressing room. But I didn't see either of them after that.
Did you know that Mr. Powers was sleeping in his room?
No, I wouldn't go in there unless I had some urgent message for him. I mean, it's his private... What kind of girl do you think I am?
What kind of... No. I'm sure you're a fine girl. Sorry. So much for getting confirmation of Power's alibi.
What do we do, Nick? We haven't found anything. If WP was the only one who came to the studio, then he has to be the killer. They even have a photograph.
Huh. Sorry. I know you're busy.
Not really.
Actually, there's been something bothering me.
Aha! That's what I'm talking about. A clue, a lead.
Well, I don't know about that, but that day, just after noon, I sensed someone was here.
You sensed.
Yeah, several times.
Some other studio employees, maybe?
No, I don't think so. The only thing we had scheduled was an action scene run-through. I was the only assistant here that day. I have a feeling it was someone from outside.
Really?
But wait, if someone had come in here, wouldn't that security lady have noticed them?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm sorry I don't have any better information to that.
No, thanks. That helps us a lot. Anything helps. Let's go put that security lady on the spot.
So, you sense that someone other than the regular film crew was in the studio.
Yes, I think.
I think doesn't cut it in witness testimony.
Nick, what about the security lady? If someone else came into the studio, she must have seen that.
Let's go see. October 16th, Global Studios, main gate. What? You're still here? Really? You look as though you've seen a ghost. What? I saw that suspicious look on your face. I wanted to ask you again about yesterday. You came here at 1 p.m., correct? And the estimated time of Hammer's death was 2:30. Are you sure that Powers was the only one to go through here between those times? Sure as can be.
But we have a witness who thinks there was someone from outside here that day.
What?
Are you absolutely sure you were here watching the whole time? Ma'am?
Who was it? Who told you that? Who dares question me? All right, you better tell me, and tell me quick, you spiky-haired cretin. Someone's been complaining about the work I do, eh?
We just talked to the assistant in Studio 1.
Her? She's not even a full-time employee! Oh, you youngins are like that nowadays, running your tomorrow saying that this and the other. I knew a thing or two about respecting your stream that you used to they. Ah! She left.
Well, Nick, this is our chance to do what we can without her looking over her shoulders.
Oh my lord, Maya. Oh my lord. This is just the worst. That computer that runs the security cameras.
Nick, maybe we can see that photo of Powers with the computer.
Yeah, maybe. Should I try that computer? Well, the legal side of things says that you should leave it alone, but I'm gonna try it. It'll hold up in a court of law. Okay, let's give it a try.
You know how to work these things, Nick?
Looks like I just have to enter in a few numbers. Let's see. First, I need the date of the murder. Legal schmeagle. Looks like the camera turned on at 1 p.m. that day. 1. That's when the security lady arrived at the guard station. Oh, shit. I know it was an ST1. There, entered.
Hey, they're printing out the data for that day.
Let's see what we got. Yep, I knew it.
Huh?
How is this a picture of Will Powers?
Well, he is the one who's always wearing that suit. I guess that's why the security lady thought it was him.
I don't imagine the detective was very happy with this photo as evidence. Huh? Something printed on the back! Huh. October 15th, 2 p.m. Photo number 2. What does that mean?
Maybe there's more photo data from that day?
Nope, that's the only one on the computer.
Okay. So it sounds like whoever committed the murder, I'm going to say that Penny did it. Anyways, it sounds to me like somebody came from Studio One, and that was photo number 1. And then while Fuckface was sleeping, they went into the room and got this outfit. That's why it's so ill-fitting. They're too small for the outfit. And photo number 2 is them walking back as the Steel Samurai. So yeah, I'm going to say that it was the girl.
Hey, Nick! Can we use this photo as evidence in the trial?
Yeah,
We'll put that security lady in her place with this.
right. We'll put her in her place.
Hey, that's what I said. Anyway, let's show her this photo and see what she says.
Wait, let's not.
Why not?
It's never a good idea to reveal your hand to the enemy too soon.
Nick, you're craftier than I gave you credit for. Why, you could be the next evil magistrate.
Hey, why do I have to be the villain?
Relax, it was just a joke. So are we done for the day?
I guess so. I think this photo is what we needed for the trial. Still, it'd be better if we had some idea who the real killer was. Maybe it really is that security lady? No, they want us to think it's a security lady because she's such a old coot. No, it's gotta be the assistant or someone that was in Studio One. October 18th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio One of the Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial with all point to that fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Alright. I am going to take a very, very, very quick break. Give me just a second and we will resume this court case. We're back. Excuse me. Ain't that right, Trinket?
Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? You were jamming to that? Too bad. This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studio. The security lady that works at the studios here at 1 p.m. on that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. We need a whole stream of just break music. This is the scene of the murder. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then, after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead till later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. Why? The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Huh. Should I listen to that whole thing again? Nah. I think I can probably remember that. So, the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval. Samurai spear added.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call this security officer to the stand.
Oh boy.
Will the witness declare her name?
Eh? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered.
Your name, please.
Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma.
Your name, please.
Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witness to say their names. Wendy Oldbag. Jesus. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. So even when I was young, still how the other children believe it, but there was a boy, the captain, he called me an old bag. I just... Objection.
Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand. I was just getting to the good part, dearie.
Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct? Yes, see, I was. And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by you. You know your stuff, dearie. You may begin your testimony. Time for PW Power Rangers.
What is up, Toka?
How you doing, man? You may begin your testimony. She sure is one hell of an old bag. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run-through since that morning. I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers! That man right there, and he was heading towards the studio. You saw the defendant? You saw the defendant then? Oh, you saw the defendant then. You saw the defendant then? That comma's throwing me off. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. So, up until that time, anyone who wanted to go could go into the studio. Well, there wasn't a security guard at the gate, no. But the main gate was locked, dearie. You need an employee card key to get in. Right, the card key that I have. So what she's saying is that no one who wasn't supposed to be there could get in.
Was there anyone at the studio when you arrived at the guard station?
Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing a run-through there since the morning. A run-through? They were working out a scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. They got the basics figured out by noon and were to use the afternoon for practice. Rehearsal was supposed to start at 5. That's why poor old Hammer went to Studio 1 in the afternoon. So Powers was in his dressing room sleeping when he was supposed to be practicing. Talk about a laid-back hero.
If there was a run-through in the morning, why did you only get there after noon?
I, had some errands to run that morning. What kind of errands? Oh, you know. Answer the question! Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know. Observing? You weren't supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper! I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job! I'm not sure your boss would see it that way. Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run-throughs. Always! Never missed one in all my years.
Wow, I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea.
Anyways, it was 1 when I got to the guard station. Did you see the victim then? Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He had already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Tell us what happened next.
I was at the main gate from then until 5. So you were watching there the whole time? No breaks, not even a second. Of course! I am a professional, you know. Or are you criticizing how I do my job, whippersnapper? No, it's just after seeing you eating those donuts in the guard station yesterday. I can watch the gate and eat donuts at the same time. Snipper-wapper!
Snipper-wapper? Old Windbag is losing it, Nick.
Why don't you raise an objection? So, the witness was on duty through the afternoon the whole time. Very well. What did you see? Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? How did you know that? Oh, I have my ways. That overdressed young detective told me. I fed him some donuts and he talked and talked. If you ask me, that detective isn't cut out for his job. Poor Detective Gumshoe getting ratted out by a security guard. Interesting to me because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. 2? You're sure? Sure as spit!
Well, who was the man?
Really, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skivvies all in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers! That man right there, and he was headed towards the studio. So you saw Mr. Powers. That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, sonny?
Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out my secret weapon. I'll say it again. It was him! It was Powers! That man right there, headed to the studio. Let me get this straight, old bag. Ms. Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you were talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Ms. Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw? Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't. Well, I mean, I wonder.
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that. I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss Witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised?
The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known all the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I supposed to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me, this isn't any good evidence. This isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look. Wow, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof, then.
I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Oh, the spear. Okay. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at the picture. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. Whippersnapper! Hey, I haven't even said anything yet. I'll have you know, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone behind their backs. Everything I've said is on the straight and narrow. The up and up. Youth today, always whining about it. It's enough to make an old lady.
Mr. Wright, Please, for all our sakes, try not to upset the witness.
I think Edgeworth has met his match. That morning, during the run-through of the action scene... Who was present at the run-through? Well, let's see. There was Powers, he's the Steel Samurai. Then poor old Hammer, the evil magistrate. And me.
And what exactly were you doing?
Observing, just observing. What about the assistant? Oh, she was off moving backdrops around and such. So she didn't see the run-through. I saw Powers trip and fall. Trip and fall? Yes! And to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh! So Powers sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better.
I kissed it where it hurt.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle.
You may continue your testimony.
He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Was Mr. Powers' ankle badly sprained? Not so bad that he couldn't walk around. He went to his dressing room to rest up after lunch. Thus the nap. Anyways, I saw him dragging his foot when he walked. Dragging his foot. Okay. You can see he's dragging his leg. See? Clear as day. Are you absolutely sure? Let's take a look at the picture again. Huh. So he was walking strangely because he was injured.
It does look like he was dragging his foot.
See? And you didn't trust me, whippersnapper! That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy? Still, you can't look at this and say it's Mr. Powers.
Yes, but only Mr. Powers would have been dragging his leg.
He has a point.
Old bag sucks some toes. Oh, Lord.
He does seem quite likely that it was Powers. It does seem quite likely that it was Powers.
There's gotta be more to this. I'd better keep pressing her. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
Well, Nick, find any glaring contradictions?
Well, she seems pretty sure that was Powers in the photo. I guess I'll just press her and see if I can shake her conviction. Let's see here. I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear. The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as significant. She recognized Powers' foot in her mouth. I'd better write this down in the court record. Samurai spear. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad.
I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothers me.
Which is...
Where is this Steel Samurai costume now?
Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes? And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure, Your Honor? Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that the photo shows a Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please?
No need to ask twice. The time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them.
So, if no one else went to that studio, then it would have to be this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
The time of poor old Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. True? How do you know that? Didn't I just explain? I gave donuts to the young detective. And then, after some rubbish about being a secret pal, he told me everything. I see Detective Gumshoe shares his fellow officer's fondness for donuts. The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody suspicious looking. Right. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Are you sure?
The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness.
That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy.
Good. Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean.
Old windbags have a way of skipping over important details. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them.
How convenient.
Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? The time of poor old... No one else went there. What about before you got to the guard station? You mean before what? Why, everyone was in the employee area before that. And I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Not to mention, if they had, I would have seen them. Let's see here. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. Let's present her with that. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence.
It does? I don't see anything contradictory.
Really?
Objection overruled. Try to think.
Damn. That didn't go well. Photo number 2.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. You know what we gotta play.
Look at this graph.
This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 15th. Really, Sonny. Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2. The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really was the only photo? Oh, piece of carrots.
Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help!
Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either.
Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper too.
Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag.
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day.
Miss Oldbag! This is the first I've heard of this!
Well, of course, Sonny. I've only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination.
Well, I'd say this was a turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. Another job? That's right! I check all the people that pass by the main gate that day. I look closely at every one of the photos that the security camera takes.
Do you back up all the security camera data?
Well, they keep telling me to, yes. But those computers are just so frustrating. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. How exactly do you determine what isn't suspicious looking? Oh, you can tell by looking at their faces. For the most part. For the most part? This is a murder trial, Miss Oldbag. Well, I didn't touch the suspicious-looking Will Powers photo, did I? I think she's missing the point. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Well, who in the heck was in the photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? See, you samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about the rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain? I told you they were freaks! Oh, and... They're kids! Children! Whippersnappers! Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What?
Order! Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studio that day. One was a steel samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him.
A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade? I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield that samurai spear.
Impossible, I think. It's quite heavy.
Right. As I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data.
Oh, Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
The court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information, and no forgetting vital information this time.
October 18th, 11:08 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 3. Mr. Powers?
Yes?
Tell me straight, were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio.
Yeah, I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So, who was the steel samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The steel samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick! What are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
Right! And it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day!
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick! It's time!
Okay, let's go. Huh.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order! Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized.
Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
So, who was the person, other than Mr. Powers, that could have committed the murder?
It was the assistant! The steel samurai costume was in the dressing room. She stole it, and in doing so, she became the steel samurai.
So you're saying the steel samurai in this picture is really the assistant?
That's correct, Your Honor.
If you're serious, you've got guts, Mr. Wright. Remember the photo? Wasn't the steel samurai a little lame? He was dragging his foot.
Oh. Uh-oh. Bad feeling this time.
Remember the testimony concerning Power's injury.
Powers and poor Hammer were at the run-through. Oh, and me. What about the assistant? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Power's ankle.
The assistant knew nothing of Mr. Power's injury. She could look like the steel samurai look with that costume. But she couldn't walk the steel samurai walk. She wouldn't have limped.
That kind of takes the legs out from under the case.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I have to penalize you as I warned.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
May we move on, Mr. Wright?
This fight isn't over. If you would, Your Honor, one more chance, please.
Very well, go ahead.
Like, okay, it's obviously somebody who is shorter than fucking Mr. Dipwad. He hurt one ankle. Why would both be, like, dragging like that? It was the grade school boy! Why isn't anyone saying anything?
Are you seriously suggesting the boy did it, Mr. Wright? Grade school boy kills veteran action star with spear. For one thing, the spear weapon was with steel samurai. Would you care to explain just how the boy would have obtained it from him?
Maybe that was a dumb move on my part.
Maybe? Maybe? How about absolutely, Nick?
Mr. Wright,
Well, Jesus. How much shorter is the security lady? It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The steel samurai is dragging his leg in this picture, which means whoever was in the suit knew more about the morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through? There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about that injury. The security lady, Oldbag.
What? Whippersnapper!
Order! Order! Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag? That's Ms. Oldbag to you!
Ms. Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the steel samurai costume. Then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the steel samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right there. Sherlock Holmes 2, baby! That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on the matter?
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time.
What? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it. Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something!
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Miss Oldbag's actions on that day.
But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer?
You forgot that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased!
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. 2nd or 3rd grade, was it?
That doesn't matter! When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds, tops!
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it be nice to kids and mean to your elders day? Whippersnapper! I have proof. Proof?
Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows that the boy could not have committed the murder.
Your Honor, the murder weapon was a samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible.
I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
Eh? The windbag. Speechless. This has to be the first.
Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Ms. Windy. What was her name?
Something Oldbag, Your Honor.
Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Bum, bum, bum. Wait a second! I'm not going to just sit here while you run off barking up the wrong tree. Me! I'm talking.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Ms. Oldbag, what is this all about? Have you omitted something from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there was something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about?
By whom?
Huh? You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk?
Well, testify.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me just to pretend they hadn't been at the studios all day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free.
Ms. Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Yeah. See? Yeah, see? Hepatitis. See? I always thought I would die of hepatitis. See?
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. So you were told not to talk? That's right, by the studio and TV bigwigs, no less.
Why didn't I hear about this?
Don't be too hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all in on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people? Who were these people? Well, the director and the producer, for starters. The director?
We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course!
Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it. She earned an audition by staying quiet. So, where were these people? The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that.
Where?
Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
think I've already asked all my questions, but let's take a break. Your Honor, we've learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day in question. The director and producer and some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Ms. Oldbag, and more information about these other people we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me.
Oh, really? It's nothing.
Grinned.
Oh, or should I say,
Sniff. We'll be going to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about the director and the producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
so Nick, have we figured out just who it is that was in the steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was her, really.
Neither do I.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off Mr. Powers.
Poor old Windbag. I feel kind of sorry for her.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without any my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon.
Thanks, guys. To be continued.
And this will be continued on the next one. I hope you guys had fun with this exciting trial with Wendy Windbag, or Oldbag, and Mr. Will Powers. This has been interesting. This is a silly one. Join us on Friday for more. Yep. Join us on Friday for more Fallout 4. And then Monday, Ratter, are you doing more Tears of the Kingdom? Ratter is not sure if she'll be continuing Tears of the Kingdom right now, but she will be back on Monday with something. And then Tuesday is a reading, and Wednesday will be Metroid Prime. So, until next time, Ratter, do it! Until next time, night, and don't let them old bags bite.
See ya!